Ethan Caldwell was one of the most respected millionaires in California, a self-made tech entrepreneur known for his intelligence, discipline and privacy. But behind the glass walls of his luxurious mansion, there was a pain money could never fix. His 12-year-old son, Lucas, had been paralyzed from the waist down after a tragic car accident 2 years ago. Lucas couldn't walk, couldn't run, couldn't even sit without help. And since that day, Ethan had never been the same. Ethan installed hidden cameras all around the house. Not because he was paranoid, but because he was terrified. Terrified of neglect, terrified of abuse, terrified of trusting the wrong person with his son's life. He watched everything silently from his private office, especially the room where Lucas spent most of his days. After several caretakers quit, Ethan hired a new maid. Her name was Maria. She was quiet, middle-aged. No fancy resume, just a woman with tired eyes and gentle hands. Something about her felt ordinary. Too ordinary for a billionaire's mansion. Ethan didn't trust her, so he watched her closely. Every morning, Maria helped Lucas eat. She cleaned his room, she spoke softly. But Ethan kept waiting to catch a mistake. A moment of carelessness, something to prove his fear was right. One night, while reviewing the footage, Ethan noticed something strange. Maria had returned to Lucas's S-room after her shift had ended. Ethan's heart started racing. Why was she there so late? He leaned closer to the screen. Lucas was crying, silent tears rolled down his face. Maria sat beside him and did something unexpected. She held his hand, not like an employee. Like a mother, she wiped his tears and said softly, "You don't have to be strong all the time." My angel. Ethan froze. Then Maria began talking to Lucas. She told him stories about her own son, who had passed away years ago, about how he used to love superheroes, about how she still talked to him every night. Lucas whispered, "Do you think I'll ever be normal again?" Maria smiled through tears. "You are already more than normal," she said. "You survived. That makes you stronger than most people who can walk." Ethan's eyes filled with tears. But what happened next shocked him even more. Maria carefully lifted Lucas slowly. Gently, she helped him stand just for a moment. Lucas's ass legs trembled, but he stood for the first time in 2 years. Ethan jumped out of his chair. His hands were shaking. Maria wasn't doing therapy. She wasn't trained, but she was doing something no doctor ever did. She was giving Lucas hope. Lucas laughed, a real laugh. A sound Ethan hadn't heard since the accident. The next morning, Ethan confronted Maria. But not with anger, with tears in his eyes. He said, "I saw everything." Maria froze. She expected to be fired. Instead, Ethan said, "You did what money couldn't. I trusted cameras, but I forgot to trust humanity." Ethan hired professional therapists. But he asked Maria to stay, not as a maid, as family. Months later, Lucas began walking again. With support, with therapy, but most importantly with belief. On Lucas's first day, walking without assistance, he hugged Maria and said, "You never gave up on me." Ethan removed the cameras. He no longer needed them, because he finally understood something powerful. Protection doesn't come from watching people. It comes from loving them.